There was a other small story actually about those criminals who were kind of down on their luck. They tried to rob a bank and it failed. They went to prison. They got out. They tried to go straight. They got like regular jobs. They're working regular jobs. But they ended up getting fired, and they tried to stick on the straight and narrow, and that whole thing. And one of them wanted to rob a bank. It was like, no, we can't go back to that life. We can't get to life. But times just got too hard for them. They tried to rob a bank again, and what happened? Invincible steps in. I was like, man, can't you just leave these guys out? They've been through so much. They've been through so much. But it's the thing, is it? Like everybody has a story, right? And everybody is going through something that you know nothing about. And it's very easy for us to be on the outside and say stealing is wrong, because it is, and we understand that. And Mark is that guy who's like, you're the bad guy, so you go to jail and I'm going to arrest you, that kind of thing. He's very that kind of clear, at least at this point, very much that clear cut, good, bad, this is good, this is bad type guy. But yeah, there is the other side of it that, why do people commit crimes? And these guys, at least on the second time around, they weren't committing crimes because they wanted to. They really wanted to strive for a better life, and it like it just had other things happened. Like they end up losing their jobs, and they're trying, they're struggling, they're begging for money. They were homeless, begging for money. But yeah, like Mark comes along and it's like ruins it for them, and Omni Boy comes along and he's all gung ho about everything. It's like, man, I just need a break. Like, I guess that's the other side of the criminal thing as well. Like, I think in just like real life justice system way it typically works, and not always. To be fair, there are some exceptions to this, I know, but the way it typically works, you commit a crime, you go to jail, right? But the reality is that's not necessarily the answer for a lot of people, because it's not that they don't know what they did was wrong. They just felt they didn't have any other choices. So you could put somebody in jail when they come out and they still don't have any other choices. It's like, you haven't really solved anything. So like there is that other side of the justice system or the correctional system where it doesn't always address the issue of why a person commits a crime in the first place. And in this case, it does seem like the justice system failed them, because yeah, they were sent to prison, but they came out and, to be fair, they did get a job. But then it was like, once that job didn't work out, I think one of them got into an argument or something like that. Once that job didn't work out and they were down in their luck again, it's like, okay, what's happening to make sure these guys don't go back to stealing? And that wasn't in place. So it's like tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I felt like that story was really well done to show, like you said, the other side of it. It's kind of cool that Mark didn't really get to see that other side. I like that, because that also shows why he does the things that he does, or anybody in his position does what they do, because if you don't know, you don't know, and that's how it is.
Yeah,